A twist of fate. In the heart of a vibrant Kenyan village, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a joyous celebration was underway. The air buzzed with excitement and the scent of freshly cooked traditional dishes. A young bride-to-be, Zara, adorned in her resplendent traditional attire, stood on the precipice of her new life. If only she had known that the joyous occasion was about to unravel into a tapestry of secrets and heartache. The sound of ululations and joyous songs filled the air as the groom's family made their grand entrance into Zara's homestead. The procession was led by Mosi, the groom, his face beaming with happiness. Behind him, his family carried gifts and offerings, symbols of their goodwill and respect for Zara's family. The air was thick with anticipation and excitement. Zara's heart raced with excitement and trepidation, especially after she caught sight of her husband-to-be. Mosi's mother, Mama Zawadi, thanked the Zara family for the warm welcome. Amina, Zara's mother, also stepped forward to greet the guests, her face radiant with pride and joy. As she was about to hug Mama Zawadi, the two women stared at each other for a moment. A sudden gasp escaped Mama Zawadi's lips, her eyes widening in disbelief. After catching her breath, Zawadi confronted Amina. "How could you, Amina? How could you take my daughter away from her real family?" Mama Zawadi asked, her voice trembling with the weight of years gone by. Zara looked at her mother with confusion in her eyes. Then she asked, "What is she talking about, mother?" The weight of the past hung heavily in the air. Amina knew it was time to unburden her soul and reveal the painful truths she had carried for so long. Amina revealed that Zawadi was Zara's biological mother. This revelation hit Zara like a thunderbolt. The ground beneath her seemed to crumble as the truth spilled forth. She had been taken from her biological mother as a child, and the man she was about to marry was her brother. Amina narrated how once they were very close friends with Zawadi. They grew up together, shared dreams, and faced the world side by side. But life took them down different paths. Amina was unable to have children, it broke her and the pain was unbearable. On the other hand, her friend was already blessed with 2 sons, and Zara, the youngest, was her 3rd child. One day, Amina visited Zawadi's home. The baby Zara, who was 1.5 years old, was playing in the garden unattended. Zawadi had been called away suddenly and left her for a few minutes. When Amina got to Zawadi's compound, she realized the baby was alone, and in a moment of weakness and desperation, she kidnapped the child. She convinced herself that she was giving Zara a better life. Amina's voice trembled with emotion as she recounted the events of that fateful day. Her eyes brimmed with tears, reflecting the pain and regret that had haunted her for years. To hide her secret, Amina moved to a different village, far enough that Zawadi wouldn't find them. She changed her name and did everything she could to keep the past hidden. She raised the child on her own and poured all her love to her, hoping it would make up for the deceit. With pain in her eyes, Zara looked at her mother and then asked if she ever thought of the consequences or how it would all end. At this point, Zara could no longer stand the words of her mother or the shame she felt. Zara's heart ached with the weight of Mama Amina's words. The revelation brought a storm of emotions, anger and sorrow. She could not bear it. Overwhelmed by the torrent of revelations, Zara fled the celebration. She ran until the village's familiar sights blurred into the unknown. Her heart heavy with betrayal and sorrow. The following day she arrived in the bustling city of Nairobi with nothing but the clothes on her back. Nevertheless, she vowed to rebuild her life from the shattered pieces of her past. In the city, she sought refuge at her friend's house, who helped her secure a job as a waitress in one of the city's restaurants. She also introduced her to the church she attended. It is here in the heart of Nairobi, within the comforting walls of a small, welcoming church, that Zara began to find solace. Her involvement in the church community brought her a sense of peace she had long yearned for. She discovered a hidden talent that would change her life forever. One Sunday morning, during a service, Zara was invited to join the choir. As she sang, her voice resonated with a depth and beauty that captivated everyone. Among them was Kwame, the church's pianist, whose heart was touched by her soulful melody. Kwame, a talented pianist with a gentle spirit, was drawn to Zara not only by her voice but by the sadness he sensed beneath it. He approached her after the service, offering a kind word and a listening ear. He told her how amazing her singing was. He also mentioned that he did not want to pry, but he could see she was carrying a heavy burden, and if she ever needed someone to talk, he was there to lend a listening ear. Zara was very grateful, and something within Kwame's voice and kind words made her feel some sense of comfort. Over the next few weeks, Zara and Kwame spent more time together, both in and out of church. Kwame's compassionate nature and genuine concern slowly helped Zara open up about her past and her pain. Zara shared her story, the revelation of her true parentage, the betrayal she felt, and the journey of rebuilding her life. Kwame listened with empathy, offering support and understanding without judgment. He constantly encouraged her that such pain didn't disappear overnight. But through music, faith, and the support of those who care about her, she would find a way to heal. He encouraged Zara to pour her emotions into her music. Together, they composed songs that reflected her journey, songs of pain, healing, and hope. The church congregation, moved by their music, became a source of encouragement and love. Days turned into months, and Zara's confidence grew, and so did her feelings for Kwame. Their shared love for music and faith became the foundation of a deep and abiding relationship. Kwame's presence was a soothing balm for Zara's wounded heart, helping her to see that she could love and trust again. Then one day Kwame decided to take things to the next level. One Saturday afternoon, Kwame organized a picnic at their favorite place, a peaceful clearing near the outskirts of the city, where the sounds of nature harmonized to their music. They had brought along Kwame's keyboard and spent hours composing and playing together. Then Kwame looked at Zara and cleared his throat to say something. Zara could tell that he was anxious, so she held his hand as a way of encouraging him to say whatever he wanted to say. Kwame held her hand tightly because he was very nervous. Despite the nerves, he expressed how much she meant to him and the joy she had brought him the last months. Then he popped the question if she was willing to spend the rest of her days with him. Kwame had been a rock in Zara's life and a great help to her in her healing journey. Hence it was a no-brainer. The answer to his question was a resounding yes. However, despite accepting Kwame's proposal, Zara found herself reflecting more on her past. The pain and betrayal she had felt was still there, but with Kwame's support, she began to consider the possibility of healing the broken bonds with her parents. She approached her fiancé one day and expressed her desire to reconcile with her parents. However, she did not know where to start. Kwame suggested that they seek the counsel of their spiritual father. The following week after Sunday service, they sought an audience with Pastor John, the church's wise and compassionate leader. They met with him in his modest office, where he listened attentively to Zara's story and her desire to reconcile with her parents. He prodded Zara's strength and faith. Then he suggested that she start by writing letters to both Mama Amina and Mama Zawadi, expressing her feelings and her wish to meet and talk. He encouraged her that no matter the outcome, he would always be there for them. The following day, with renewed determination, Zara wrote heartfelt letters to both her mothers. She poured out her emotions, her pain, and her desire for reconciliation. A few days later, she received responses from both Mama Amina and Mama Zawadi, agreeing to meet. The day of the meeting arrived, and Zara, accompanied by Kwame, made her way to a quiet cafe where they had agreed to gather. Her heart raced with nervous anticipation, but she knew this was a crucial step towards healing. Kwame allowed the three women a chance to speak alone, so after greeting the two women, he excused himself. Zara thanked the two women for honoring her invitation. Then she went on to express her love for both women and offer her forgiveness. With tears in their eyes, Mama Amina and Mama Zawadi listened as Zara spoke from her heart. They, too, shared their regrets, their hopes, and their love for her. In that humble cafe, years of pain and misunderstanding began to dissolve. The path to reconciliation was not easy, but it was paved with genuine love and a desire to heal. Zara's journey of forgiveness and healing had truly begun, with Kwame by her side, supporting her every step of the way. Then finally, after long hours and days of counseling and a painful healing process, Zara finally walked down the aisle. Beside her were her two mothers who could not hide their joy and excitement. They could not wait to begin this new chapter of their lives. Thank you for joining us on this emotional and inspiring journey. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating tales.